being a baby mama doesn't actually help you. Child support is meant for the child. Spousal support is meant for the woman. But you gotta go to work because you're a baby mama and you're getting child support.
Oi, Gabs, I heard you're a baby father.
Oh, mad thing.
No, but you are watching the wrong thing. Where that exact, I gave you £50, why is it not be spent there? It was spent there 2 days ago, and now it's back here.
If you've got a child, you don't want to be working. If you're with a guy that has created a scenario where you don't have that, now you're gonna have to work, and it's hard, like.
She cannot sleep at night to know that the baby dad is having a good time where she's really...
What he said very clearly was, you know what I'm going through, and you're still taking money from this. What the hell are you chasing that man for when I've told you I pay your child support and my own kid? If he wants to give, give. He doesn't want to give, get back in the kitchen.
That's not your business. Are you giving the 200 a month?
That's
not the point, Gabs. You said, why do you need to give your child money when you can give them time?
So, I've been doing it. Why? What am I doing that's not good enough that you're still taking that man?
So my wife feel like it's a good idea to put her child father on child support when we don't need the money. You already see what that do to me. Why you want to put him through that?
Because I need his money.
Need the money for what, kids? What you need the money for?
Stuff that I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to, like, go on a vacation and stuff like that. Like, it's stuff that I need. So, like, he needs to pay me something. Give me something.
You do know that child support is not for you, right?
Technically, it is. It is.
Please explain to me how child support is for you.
I need the money to make sure I'm good and make sure my baby good.
Okay, but we don't need the money. Your baby's good. I take care of you and your kids.
Okay, but I still want his money at the end of the day.
For what, though? What you need it for?
Well, why are you so upset about it, though? He ain't hurting, I don't think.
It ain't about him hurting, it's the principle. You see what it's doing to me? I'm on child support for my other kids. Yet I still take care of you and yours. Okay. So what you need his money for? You trying to do that shit to another man? The same thing going on with me.
You a better man.
It don't matter, kid. What you mean? I'm a better man. You about to put this through the same stuff you put me.
And that's he should. He deserve it. And I need to make sure that my hair and everything stay done. Simple. So now what? You gonna keep defending him?
It ain't that I'm defending him.
Keep on. You gonna be next.
Oh, that's how you. That's how you feel.
Well.
Oh, that's how you. It's just how you get down.
That's crazy. She said, keep on, you're gonna be next. I do like this clip because it represents a lot of things that men see and what men hear and why men don't want to be stepfathers. You want a man to step in, that's fine, but you also want to take money from your baby daddy. As the saying goes, you can't serve two masters.
If I was that man and my girl was talking like that, I'd be out. There is no amount of love that is going to keep me in a situation where a girl is still chasing her ex for money when I'm providing it. She's crazy. She's got a good man. Has he got any brothers?
If a woman is financially stable and in a healthy relationship where her current partner is providing for her and her kids, should she seek child support or is it just the principle?
It's just the principle. You had a child, whether I'm financially stable or not, you need to contribute somehow to that child's life. Whether I'm a millionaire, trillionaire, you're not going to run around doing that. And you need to pay some sort of child support to have some sort of accountability for having that child.
I think the man should want to regardless, to provide for his own child. I don't understand why he wouldn't. I think the guy recording is speaking from letting his ego talk for him because he wants to be, yeah, I'm the guy, I'm going to provide for you, I'm going to provide for your kids. He's not going to have any involvement. But the guy who they're talking about, if they don't need the money directly and he doesn't want to provide for her nails, and put it in savings, whatever you're going to do. I don't know, go and directly buy things for the child. But for me, as a man, you need to be providing for your kids regardless.
100%.
That's my...
But what it's looking like on the scenario, it's looking like she wants the baby father to keep paying, even though he's saying he's causing problems. It seems like it's a headache. Drop it. Like, it doesn't matter. You don't need him. You've left. It didn't work. I'm here. I'm taking care of you and your kid. it's not a problem. Forget about him. I guess maybe he's trying to safeguard the relationship.
I hear it though. I feel like she's talking from a place of he should be providing for his child.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you have to.
Her and him had the child together.
No, she wasn't doing that. She's talking about her wig and her nails and her makeup.
Yeah,
She's not using the money for the child. She's talking about holidays.
Yeah, but that's because she doesn't need the money.
No. Okay, so
She wants it as a surplus.
So the idea is this, right? Yeah, a man has married you. He's taking on your children as his own children. Okay, and he's financially willing to take on the brunt of that. There's no need for you to still be taking money from the ex, even though if you can, you have a husband, okay? You have a husband that's married you, that's taking the role as provider for your kids. You don't need to have an outside person still providing. It's not taken away from him seeing the kids. It's not taken from him having still access to the kids. It's just the fact that I am now the provider for the family. We do not need his money. I think, you know what? Russell Wilson and
Ciara.
yeah, was it Russell Wilson? Yeah, and Ciara. He literally said we don't need Future's money. We don't need his money, and they don't take the money because he's taking on the financial responsibility.
How is he an outside person though?
No,
because he's still the father of the child.
No, but he's saying that we don't need the child support. Any money that you're giving, we don't need it because I got
like it depends. I feel like if you don't need the money from the father, he should still be putting that money into a child's account.
Yeah,
because regardless, it's still your child. You don't have to give it to the mum for her hair and her wigs. But you should still put it into account for the child. So the child can get it when if they don't need it at that point. And also take into consideration the baby father's finances. Yeah. If he hasn't got it like that and you have it, then he can do other stuff rather than making it every month thing where he has to...
I feel like
1 minute, but I'm saying if he hasn't got it, instead of making him pay monthly, at least do other things for the child.
No, but I feel like that's why men go around and just have children, because at the end of the day, other men come, thank God for those kind of men, but other men come and pick up your responsibility. You need to give money and know that, every month I've got to give so-and-so amount. I'm not going to run and have another one. But if another man's looking after your responsibility, you can go and have 5, 6, 7 because 5, 6, 7 other men are going to be the husband and look after your child, and you're just going to keep popping babies because you don't know the responsibility it takes to have one. Whether you make 1p, 0p, you be minus giving me money so you know how you should be acting.
Zilla, you're missing the point. If the man financially can't give anything, instead of focusing on the money, focus on other things like his time, the memories he's creating with his child. Let him do other things, taking the child to the park, spend the time. Like, even if he has to buy the child something every now and then, like school shoes or something, I know me, and I know if I'm better off than the man and he hasn't got the money, I'm not going to force out of him every month. I'd prefer his time to build more memories with the child.
His thing was, you know what I go through with my own child.
Yeah.
Why would you be doing that to another guy?
Because you have a child.
But the fact of the matter is, you have a child, and a child is much more than just money. It's time. Time tends to be money for most people, but it's time. Spend more time with the child. He was talking about the fact that he goes through something financially with his other baby mum, and he's in a situation where he's looking after your kids and his own kids. Why are you pressing this man for money? Pressing for
responsibility.
Presents. Hello, pressing for presents. What you're asking the money for, in actual fact, wasn't, to put him in a scholarship or to do baseball or to do basketball. It was to do your hair and holidays. This is insane. How are we?
The reasoning is wrong.
It's insane when the guy that you're with has his own issues with his own child support. That is mad.
But that's not her problem, though. That's not her issue.
You are living with the guy in the same house.
I understand.
For you, your kids, and he's got his own issues that he's discussing with you, and you are doing the same thing to another man.
Yeah, you
and
need
then you have the audacity to tell him he will be next.
She's being
if you keep talking.
Are you feeling all right? Are we not going to look at this woman like she's mad?
No, you need to step up to the plate.
So she's not mad. You agree with what she's doing, Zilla?
I agree.
You agree with what she's doing?
I agree with getting the child support 100%. I don't agree what she's spending it on.
That's not what she said. You agree with her method and why she needs that money, right?
No, not why she needs the money, but to collect the money.
We're still on planet Earth. Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. But you're so hell-bent on child support that you're forgetting that I'm one that pays your kid child support. If I pay your kid child support, what do you need child support for? You wanted to go and say that we're broke? Huh? You wanted to go and say that we can't afford our own kids? What the hell are you chasing that man for when I've told you I pay your child support and my own kid? If he wants to give. If he doesn't want to give, get back in the kitchen.
Even if you get money from your child's father, I don't think as the parent, it always has to be spent on that child. I'm not saying do your hair and your nails,
But remember, I've already, say my child needed packed lunch for the week and I've already paid for it, and then the dad reimbursed me. It's going to go back into my pocket because I've already spent the money.
But you'll do your nails with it because you spent your nail money on the lunch.
In hindsight, I've still spent the money that you're giving me. I just spent it before you gave it to me.
I think the fact that it doesn't...
So some people look at it like, oh, you're spending the money on this.
That's not the same.
Because I'm looking after the child.
Yeah, but based on what you're talking about, that makes absolute sense. Based on what that witch just said, that doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, that doesn't
What
make
she
sense.
said
She
was
don't need
witchcraft.
the money.
That was madness.
I don't think it's
You
witchcraft.
didn't mention anything to do with what you just said just now about you used your own money for this, that, and that's why no. You said you want to take your man's money, who's taking care of you and your kids, then take your baby dad's money, knowing that he's going through his own baby.
Yeah.
I think she's still in love with the ex, to be honest.
Now you're talking.
The fact
now
that
you're talking.
he's saying that I'm going through this and you're witnessing me go through this and you're still taking money from your baby father, then he should take away and say, I'm not going to do it then. If you still want your baby father's money, then I won't have to
maybe
take
what
up
Lois
your...
said. Maybe
Personally,
what
I
Lois
can't lie. I think the woman's still in love with her ex.
What's that got to do with anything?
As in only because of the way she was talking. Because literally, nothing she said was about the child. Everything was about her. And even when the man is saying, listen, I'm here, I do this for you, I do that for you, she was still so focused on the ex. And for me, that is a bit of a red flag. Because the ex clearly is already not about. He's not giving the money willingly. See what I'm saying? But you're still chasing him.
Yeah, because you have a responsibility here.
And clearly...
And you need to...
And clearly, he's not taking up that responsibility. But the fact that you're still there, so pressed, and it's like, I need to do my hair, I need to do this, I need to go on holiday. Something about him constantly bringing him up, and he's made it clear that it's an issue in their relationship. I think she's still in love with him too. I don't care what anybody says. No one can convince me that this lady is not still in love with her ex. Come on, you got a good guy, and you're still looking for him. Why? But I was going to pick up on something you were saying, because you were like, oh, why would she put the ex through what the baby dad's already going through, And I don't understand why you made that point, because I understand what Zilla's saying in the sense that he has a child, he has a responsibility, and to a degree, there is nothing wrong with her asking him to be responsible.
It's not even that though.
Wait,
the man. Oh, go on.
I'll come to you after, I promise.
So if he said to her, when you know what I'm going through, clearly you've had a discussion with him about something to do with child support based on his own baby mum. So you're
the
not
only
showing,
thing she can be
hold on.
doing is asking him for money.
Asking for responsibility is not your nails, hair, and holiday.
That's not your business. Are you giving the 200
But it
a
also
month?
does show to a degree that he had to be chased as well to be responsible.
If you like,
that's a little bit scary.
Based on your interpretation of that, all I took from that
he's
was
saying, you know what I've been
So
through.
what could have happened to him?
All you can do is take from what someone said. You can't now run with your own. If you want to, I can then agree based on what you're saying. What he said very clearly was, you know what I'm going through, and you're still taking money from this.
No, but Gabs, what you said...
That could mean a number of different things.
I'm going to go for what you said.
He's also said, bruh, I'm taking care of you, and I'm doing my...
Yeah.
Why are you looking
That's
elsewhere?
not the point.
It is the point.
It's not.
He is taking responsibility, but for some strange reason, you're still thinking about this man and this money.
You must.
For holiday, and nails.
But you don't know. He doesn't know that's what it's being spent on, though. All he knows is he has to pay £200 a month, and it is. You do know that in order for you to look after your child, you need to look after yourself. You do know that.
And he said it. I am looking after you. I am covering. I am dealing all of it. And
he
you still
needs
have
to
a
have
problem.
his responsibility.
That's not the point, Gabs. You said, why do you need to give your child money when you can give them time?
I don't say why you need to.
You said you shouldn't have to give child support. You should be able to offer time.
That's not what I said, but keep going.
Okay, along those lines, you said something about why is my time not good enough, or gifts.
Go on.
But kids need to be fed. If there's no electric in the house... Okay.
Hold on.
There's certain things that's not time can't do.
Hold on. I am the man in that thing.
I'm talking about the baby father, not the man. As we're speaking more, I understand the man does have a responsibility to provide for his children. My personal opinion is if the man can't afford to, I just wouldn't force him to. That's all.
Forget the baby father. I've just told you. You're on my crutch. I've told you. I've taken you, your kids. I am doing it.
So what happens if he changes his mind and leaves?
Forget what he's changed his mind. I said I'm doing it. I've been doing it. Why? What am I doing that's not good enough that you're still chasing that man?
What if he changes his mind?
Him being responsible is what she's chasing. But obviously that woman was not She's not a representation of all of us.
Gabs, what are we trying to say? That regardless...
Guys, I just want to ask him a question. I know I've been waiting for a minute though to ask him a question. So if you're in the position of the father, not the stepfather, what are you doing?
And your gal has moved on, she's got a new man.
Yeah, he's providing everything. What are you doing from...
You can't ask me in that situation.
No, well, you're talking on it.
How can another man be living with my kid?
Yeah, but if it's in the situation, what are you
alive?
So what are you going to do?
There you go.
What am I going to do? Give me my kid, bruv. You stupid or something?
So are you going to provide
My
finance?
kid can't live with you and your new man.
Guys, can I just one say something?
Am I providing financially? Yeah. I'm more than provide.
Okay.
I'll take the kid from you, stupid girl.
Okay.
What kind of crap is that?
So you're disregarding what you're saying?
What am I disregarding? I said that situation that we're describing is different from my own.
Because you would provide. And I would provide.
I tell you,
and I
think
everybody on here would provide.
Despite the fact that her husband
hello,
is providing.
if you're going based on that scenario, which is what we're looking at, that's enough. So I'm sorry. If you go based on me, no, you're not raising my kid. How much money have you got?
Okay, so it's in a position where it's split custody. They've got custody, and you haven't got split custody yet.
Who's got split custody?
So they've got custody of the child. You haven't got split custody. Maybe that's what you're aiming for. Yeah. Or are you still going to provide financially?
And it's mine.
Yes.
It bears my surname.
Yes.
Of course.
Exactly.
There you go. And you don't know what she's spending it on, by the way.
Exactly. And this is what I'm saying. Gabs, keep stalling, bro. Because you know I'm right. If you're on the other side of the coin, then your reaction is different. And that's what happens when your point stems from an emotional place rather than a logical one. Your opinion is different based on which side of the coin that you are on.
Because you're saying as a man, you would provide this, despite where your baby mom
there's some men that wear skirts. Do you see me wearing a skirt?
Gabs, listen. What we're saying,
the hell are you asking
Gabs,
me?
okay. Despite, okay, if your baby mom got with a guy that happens to be rich,
Good luck to him and his riches.
just hypothetically, would you still provide for your child?
Yes, in my own corner.
That's not child support.
Hello. In my own corner. You might not ask me for the money. Your new man is rich.
Child support only comes in when you refuse to pay.
Scenario of a man who's not taking his own responsibility.
Baby mama expert, drop the source.
Okay, child support's for the child, okay? That's for the child. It's not for your nails, not for your hair, it's not for your upkeep, it's not for your taxis, it's not for you. What you want is spousal support, okay? But if you wanted that, you should have been a wife and got divorced and got the courts to ensure that a man's gonna... This is what you want, though, and this is the problem. This is why I keep saying you keep getting finesse out of what you're supposed to get. The reason why you girls are mad is because you're trying to get bills off men, like which is pittance, versus what was owed to you. He would have been indebted to you for a certain amount of time in his life and have to give you half. And you're going to talk about, but a man ain't got shit. If a man ain't got shit to give you half, that's because you picked a man that ain't got shit. It comes back down to this as well, innit? Like, and this is what I'm trying to talk about. Like, end of the day is what you want is, and by all means, if you're giving your womb to a man and brought up his kids, and if you've, raised them, yes, you are entitled for something. Yes, you should have something. But when you make yourself into a baby mama, not a wife, you have to fight for what you have, okay? You have to fight for the strings. But when you're a wife, the court will tell you, this is what you deserve. And that's the spousal support. And this is the things that he's supposed to provide a life for you. Most women, if you've got a child, you don't want to be working. You don't. You want to be raising your child, right? Especially not with the guy. If you're with a guy that has created a scenario where you don't have that, now you're going to have to work. And it's hard, like. See, a lot of you baby mamas out here, you don't understand that being a baby mama doesn't actually help you. It doesn't protect you. See, when you break up with your baby daddy, what you really want is alimony, there, spousal support. But what you guys are getting is child support. There's a big difference. Child support is meant for the child. Spousal support is meant for the woman to look after you. You don't got to go to work. But you got to go to work because you're a baby mama and you're getting child support.
We understand what you're saying, but you're giving an example of someone who hasn't made that mistake yet. If you've already made that mistake, you can only go off what you can do now. So what we're doing now is, I'm not telling you that I'm going on holiday and I'm spending it on this and that and this and that. All I'm telling you is you are now on child support. So in hindsight, the second part of the scenario is irrelevant. Do you think you would pay the child support despite the fact that he's
Let me answer. Can't disregard that. What I would say is this, yeah? That I would always pay in regards to the child, right? But if the woman has married somebody, and especially if it's a affluent person, yeah, that person, okay, so as a man, one of the reasons we don't want a third man in our relationship, we don't want it, okay? If you've got a baby daddy, we have to deal with the fact that he's there, cool. We don't have to deal with him giving us money into our family if I've got it. That's the last thing that I
Are you the
want.
husband?
It's his child.
Yeah, no, you're missing what? No, that child. Okay,
To hear
all
what
right,
he's
all right,
saying.
all right.
Hear what
Yeah,
he's
sorry,
saying.
who are you in the
You
story?
divorced the
I'm-
wife, not the
No,
child.
he's the husband in this scenario.
Okay.
Oh, you're
He's
the husband.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I have
I'm the husband.
I can afford to look after our family. I've
Yeah.
married you. I've taken on your son as my son, right?
Yeah.
We do not need his money.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Okay.
He wants
Wait,
to
wait,
provide.
no,
What if
wait.
he wants to provide
No,
for his
listen,
child?
we-
Sis, 1 second.
Wait,
so you've
what's-
taken
no.
it on. He's your son. You're providing.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah, just like in this scenario that
Yeah.
I was watching, yeah?
Yeah.
But you're saying, no, I still want the money. I'm saying, listen, you don't need his money.
Okay, so
I've
China,
got it.
pause. Now you're the baby dad, and a man is telling you, I don't need your money. I'm the husband here. How are you taking that?
I'm looking after
I mean,
your
some of these
son.
baby dads are going to be happy about that. But in reality, we're saying we don't need your money. It doesn't mean you can't save the money, you can't put it into something. Doesn't mean you can't buy property for the
be more
child.
concerned, China, at the fact that their dad, the husband, sorry, is telling the actual baby dad, we don't need your money. That's not how you talk to
No,
someone.
I'm not saying we
when you
don't
take
need
someone
it.
as a
Not
child.
disrespectfully, but we just
You
don't.
shouldn't say
I'm
that.
just
As a
saying.
husband, you shouldn't say that.
But we're
If
not
you wanna-
saying it like
if
that,
you want
though.
to pay for your child, no, not you. We should be concerned about the fact that that is the actual scenario.
No, but we're just saying we don't need it.
If
know
you
what?
want to pay for your
Oh,
child,
okay, let me change
pay
it.
for your
Let
child.
me change
Yeah.
it.
But we're not telling you that we need it. There's a difference.
Yeah,
If you want to do it, it's optional. I would like you to, as a baby dad, please financially fund your child based on whatever you want to. But don't think for a second that we need it. If my wife comes to you, whether it be your baby mum or not, to come and ask you for money and to say that we need it, then me and her have a big problem.
No, but the scenario in this
No,
is
but
that
no,
we
but I
doesn't
think
want
they're both. I think they're
No,
both.
but
a
in
bit.
the
I think they're
scenario,
both, man. Let me tell you
never
why. Wait,
once
hold on.
said
Let me
that
tell you.
the baby dad doesn't want to pay.
Now forget all that. I think they're both mad. We're ignoring both. They're both mad. Yeah, we're ignoring way too much things here. Yeah, the reason why it's ego driven. You understand? He's
100%.
got an ego issue. You understand? He's saying to her, I can afford it. That's all well. That's fine. You understand? And then he's all saying, you've seen what I've gone through, but that's got nothing to do with her situation. You
all.
understand? So for you to try to project that onto her is mental. You understand? So he's got to leave that out. And her problem is that she wants the money for her own shit. I was with her in the beginning when she said, no, listen, I think you should provide. I was with her. And when she said, I said, no, that's kind of mad. And then when he was saying, yo, but I can look after it, it doesn't make no difference because she can take the money, put it into account for the kid. She could do anything.
She's not
And
doing
still,
that.
she's not.
buying
No.
Can I say
But what I'm
something?
saying is yeah. No, what I'm saying, they're both tapped for that. You
Yeah,
understand?
but
They're
Cardo,
both-
why is it?
Let me just make myself clear. This man is egotistical and this woman wants the money for the wrong reasons. Well, who am I to talk anyway? I don't know the full extent to their situation, so I'm just gonna let them be.
If you're giving the woman money for your child, why are you watching how she spends it?
Of course we are.
Can I say something?
Because it's for the
Because
child.
just
Child
imagine,
support,
yeah,
it's
but
not-
can I
it's not
say
woman
something?
support.
I hear
It's
you.
not spousal
I'm not
support.
saying it's spousal
So we have to
support,
watch
but
when you
listen to what
spend
I'm
it.
saying is, at the end of the day, like I said, imagine she wanted to do something for herself and she had to use that money for her child. And then you've given it back. She might have just refunded
No,
herself.
because then he's right.
You
Because
don't
then
need
he's
to
saying
watch-
he gives
either
it.
way,
No.
she's
'cause
constantly
then he's
spending
right.
on the
Hold on.
child. Remember, like I said, it's not like 1 minute you lot might give money once a month. Child cost every day.
Every day.
Every day I have to spend on my child. Your money once a month is not doing nothing. So if I want to use it for something else, because I've already spent on my child.
If you're not happy with the way the current system is set up, it's because
No,
respectfully.
but you are watching the wrong thing.
No,
where
no,
that
no,
exact,
no.
I gave you £50. Why is
No,
it
but
not
it's
spent
not
there?
that.
It
Here's
was
the
spent
thing.
there 2 days ago.
No,
No,
and now
but
it's back
that's
here.
okay when you don't have a rich husband who provides that for you. So when your rich
Yeah, but my
husband,
husband is providing for me. He
Yeah.
doesn't need to provide what my child.
And that is the problem there. That is the problem right there. Don't go with baby mum. Don't do it. That's
Why?
the problem right there. Because when
So
your
because
kid,
I've
when
got a
I'm
rich
your wife,
husband,
when
my-
I'm your wife and you have a kid already, your kid is also my kid.
I understand, but
If you can't accept that thing, then there's no point of doing
But
it.
what are you saying?
Your kid is my kid. I've
can't disregard the child's
Come on,
father.
man. We're not disregarding the father. But your kid is also my kid, which is whatever responsibility that comes with your kid is
Yes,
also
it
my kid.
is.
I have now married
If you marry someone with a child, that child is yours.
Apparently it's not, because I'm trying to say something. Yeah? If I marry you and this is now my child, I've taken it on board right here.